Hey everyone, it's Keith McGinnis here with KCDC Designs out of Eagle, Nebraska. Let's create a simple yet elegant looking white marble. So the colors that I'm going to be using for the undertones are a titanium white, white pearl, white metallic, then I'm going to add in some blue pearl at the customer's request. And then the veins are going to be using black metallic, and then also I'm going to mix a white and black to make a gray. And that's how that's going to look. Please remember to click the thumbs up and subscribe if you like my videos. I appreciate it. So now we're getting the colors laid out, and as always, I don't want to pour my colors out in kind of that tiger stripe fashion. I want to put it out in heavier areas, just like as you see in natural stone. You're going to have kind of pockets, if you will, of those different colors. And that titanium white really makes the white pearl and the white metallic stick out. Now I'm just getting those colors very lightly melted in, and I'm always wanting to grease my edges in the very beginning. That way my epoxy is going to flow evenly. Then once we get that melted in, let's start adding some marbling. As I have mixed up some gray, and that's just black and white mixed up to get the gray that I want, and I'm just going to drizzle that on. Now as you can see, as I'm drizzling on, that's the gray color that I'm using, and then I'm going to add the black. But when you drizzle that on, that can be drizzled in, I mean, if there's drips and drops on there, that's great. If there is some kind of longer lines of the drizzling like what you see, with the gray, I'm okay with that. With the black, you got to be a little bit more careful because that black can take over. And again, you can always add more. You just can't take it away once it's there. So I did get some black added in there, and then I'm getting those colors marbled in, and I'm just using my hand to marble those. And then it's important to kind of step back and take a look at it. And if you have some areas where you don't like it, or some areas where maybe you've got some that's a little bit too heavy, whatever's on your gloved hand, you can kind of move that around. So let's do a flyover and let's take a look at that marbling that you see. So there's the gray, which is, as you can tell, it's much lighter, and then the black. And by adding those two in there to marble, really gives it another really cool effect. You're going to see some areas where you see just a little bit of a tinge of blue. That's that pearl blue. It's a really cool color, but that's going to be the color of the customer's cabinetry. And then what I also want you to take note of, as well as the marbling, is look at those undertones that I was talking about, where you can see some of the white metallic, you can see some of the pearl, and that titanium white, that bright white, that's really kind of what makes all of those colors kind of come to life. There's some of that white metallic that you can see in there. And there's some of that blue, and that blue pearl, it's kind of like an interference blue, which is kind of like a ghostly blue, if you will. So the piece really turned out nice, and it's a fairly simple design. It's just really important to give it time to all to soften up and work together. So thank you again. I always appreciate you watching and supporting my channel. And this is Keith McGinnis, KCDC Designs.